Support for Radio Friends comes from La Brunerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact La Brunerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, April the 3rd. Pleasure to have you with us today. We're going to talk about our pets, dogs, cats, or animals with anxiety. And I want to introduce you to Dr. Doering, all Paws Medical and Behavioral Center. Good to have you here,
Well, thank you. It's so good to be here.
And Connor, of course. Connor.
Yes.
Well, Connor has a wonderful, wonderful story there because Connor was a mistreated, abused dog.
He was, and I am so thankful I have him. And of all the dogs I have, every dog I have, except Connor, has anxiety. And that's what I wanted to talk about today.
And you would think that Connor would have the anxiety because he was a puppy mill dog, right?
Yes, but you know what? Connor, he was deprived socially, that's for sure. He did not understand what anything was, especially human touch and all of that. However, Connor, I find that anxiety in dogs, and maybe cats too, comes at a very, very early age. And sometimes they're just almost seem to come out of the womb with the not capacity, or let's just say this, that they panic or overreact to certain things. And they truly, truly need to have a role model. Connor, I believe, came prepared, like a lot of terriers, to take on the world, but in the most positive way. Mm-hmm. There are dogs that are just wonderful medium energy dogs that are so laid back, want to please, but in Connor's case, he's decided how you can please him by giving him a few things and he can be happy and make your life joyous. Most of our dogs that my husband and I have are very anxious, came to us unadoptable because of it, and they see something, and let me say this, every single one of them had a beginning that makes Connor's beginning look, well, very pale by comparison. They were horribly abused, and that certainly plays a big part. Some of them were terribly neglected. Things were, there would be dogs in gutters that were, things were thrown at them, and so each...
I find it so difficult to understand how any human being can mistreat animals like that.
Oh, I
But
agree.
I know it happens all the time, and it's despicable. It's absolutely despicable.
It is, and how people can do that in such an amazing, amazing creature as a dog that only wants to share love.
And the dog will be loyal to you for all of their life.
Exactly.
And humans do not, many humans do not have that capacity.
No, and the other capacity that dogs have that not all people have is the capacity to forgive in the biggest way. And if you, like our dogs, if you know more than anything, the way to bond to them is to learn a little bit about them. What are their needs, what you can do to help them, which often starts, and this is what I try to bring to all my dogs, is to be their protector, their role model, their leader, to show them that if they have a problem, not to overreact, not to panic, not to run away or feel like they are out of control and try to growl to prevent that being or that problem from affecting them, to come find me who can help them, and that they now have that in their life.
So how do you help alleviate anxiety in dogs?
It starts very, very early. If you can, when you get that dog, you have to have patience. I think that is the most important thing I can tell you, and some knowledge of that dog. And let's say you have an anxious dog and it's not doing so well. You can tell that things are not going as well as you would like. if you don't have the knowledge, seek that knowledge, because what a dog needs, every dog needs it. Some dogs, and especially dogs with anxiety, need it even more, to know who can be their protector. If they do not have a protector, then they often think they have to do the protecting. And to do that, an anxious dog that panics when something happens, anything new might happen, they hear thunder, a new person comes into their life, and all of a sudden they panic because that person is not giving them time to kind of regroup and understand who they are. That dog may panic and lunge out or want to run away.
So how do you prevent that?
How do you prevent it is to know that it is not about the other person that they see. It's not about the sound. It is about being that leader, that person that from the very moment that you understand it, you want to be the one that walks your dog. You want to be the calmest source, and you want to give that dog some rules. So you want them to know what they can do. They live in the moment. We want to understand who they are. They live in the moment. So to give you an example, a dog is barking, say, because something scares them. If you were then to shout, "Stop it, don't," then your excited energy in that moment...
So you don't want to do that?
No, because your excited energy says to them, yeah, my mom or dad wants me to be excited.
So
I'll
what do you
bark
do?
more. So instead, you say, hey, but you've got to work on this so that they know. You say, hey, you've taught them to come. And so you say, I like to say stop. That word works very well. Stop, and hey, I just whistle a little bit, come, and then when they come to me, then I can immediately reward. But what I like to do is have them learn to, when they come, to sit, to focus on me just with their eyes, which is exactly what a dog does in the wild to their leader protector. And then I can reach out and say, oh, what a good baby you are.
So, all right, let me get this straight, because we're almost out of time. If a dog is very anxious, barking and jumping because somebody came new and is frightened, you say, you don't yell at them. You say, hey, stop.
Yes, but even better, you want to know your dog. So you put them on a leash and you practice and practice and practice till they get that you are the one that they pay attention to.
So you can tug on that leash and get them to come
just
to you?
a little bit of, just a tiny little movement of the leash so that they know, focus on you. And then it sometimes helps to walk them back a few feet, tell them to look at you, calm them down before you have them go forward to those people.
Okay.
It's not about the new thing. It's always about come back, find your protector.
Okay. If you want more information, we're out of time, Mar. You can give Mar a call at All Paws Medical and Behavioral Center. That's 573-896-4040. It's always a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
I always learn something from you and Connor
Thank
each time. All right. Have yourself a nice day. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.